YouTube, how are you this morning? I'm really good. I feel great. I hope you had a good week and good weekend. I know I did. I am in Dallas, Texas, at the yard where I park my truck now. It is about 10 o'clock, and I just got the dispatch for my first load with this series of videos. Today's video might be a little bit long. Got kind of a little bit a lot to talk about, and so we'll see. As you know, got home last Tuesday in the evening and headed home. Wednesday, I pretty much didn't do jack. I got home Tuesday night, hung out with the wife a little bit, and then went to bed kind of early, actually. I think it was about 11:30. Early for being at the house. And I slept till about 8 in the morning on Wednesday. And I didn't do much of anything but lay in my chair and watch television. I did go out to lunch on my own on Wednesday and had a adult beverage. And then that evening, wife cooked spaghetti. We stayed at the house with the family. It was kind of nice. Thursday, I got up and headed out early in the morning. I think it was about 9:30 when I left the house. I came over here to this place. It's called Atomic Truck Parking. And this is a huge, huge place. I think they get about 1,000 or 1,200 or maybe more trucks here. Details, I came in, talked to them, got a tour of the place, decided, yeah, this is where I wanted to park the truck. They prorated the first month's rent and showed me where my parking space was. It is assigned, very detailed assigned by lot and space number. Then I went home, called my Uncle David, or my wife's uncle actually, and asked him to help me move the truck. So he came pick me up at the house. We went over to the Big D truck stop, picked up my tractor and trailer and brought it over here and parked it. And he took me home. I would have bought him lunch, but it was a little late for that by then. And then that was pretty much it for the truck. This place here is really, really nice. It's very, very big. It's located south of Fair Park near 175 and Bruton Road. Like I said, they can get 12 to 1,400 trucks in here. It's a really big place. They got contracts with a lot of big companies. I think Prime is out here, SRT is out here. There's a lot of Schneider trucks, which is kind of crazy because Schneider has an OC just down the road. And a few other companies. But mostly it's for truckers who live in the area, don't have a place to park their truck, or like a lot of owner-operators, dump truck, hopper bottom, stuff like that, right here. For $125 a month, I get a dedicated parking spot. I can park my pickup in the spot when I'm here. I mean, when I go out on the road. So when I come back, I can get home. And when I'm home, I can park the truck here. And they have 24-hour security, electric fences, lots and lots and lots of video cameras. And they monitor the place and patrol the property very heavily, from what I understand. And I talked to a couple other people who have spots here, and one guy who's been here for about 5 or 6 years, and he says he loves the place, you know. And they also have a few other benefits, like they got a tire service on here. They'll fix your tires if you got a problem. And they also have a free jump start service in case your batteries die, which almost happened to me. Luckily for me, I didn't need a jump. I finally got it to turn over. I got to get the batteries in this truck checked, but I'm getting them replaced. There are a couple of bad ones. So Thursday night, went to my stepson's award ceremony for the Marine Corps ROTC, and then we went out to dinner at a catfish place near the house that I really, really like. It's called Pappy's Catfish, and you're ever in Irving on Beltline, between Pioneer and Conflans on the way south, 183. It's a Pappy's Catfish. It's on the west side of the road. Cheap and very, very good. Some great fried catfish. Went home and that was it. Friday started the weekend, and we had already had plans. This past weekend was the Catholic Scout Retreat for the Boy Scouts. And of course I'm a scout leader in my son's troop. And so Friday, got everything packed up, ready to go for the camp out. We left Friday afternoon. Got out to the campsite early evening, got it set up. Kind of tooled around and putted around. And the boys, Catholic Scout Retreat is mostly for the boys. It's got a lot of events like team building and games and things like that they do. It's good for them. And of course it's got a very heavily Catholic overtone. There's mass and there's prayer meetings and stuff like that. But it's mostly for the boys. The adults participate to a certain extent, but it's really for the boys. And most of the boys have what's called the Alda Day Award, which is the Catholic award for Boy Scouts. It's a very involved thing. My son has it, I have it, and it's a really great time to bond with the church and other boys in the church. Saturday though, I didn't participate all that much. I was still kind of run down for my thing. I mean, I did leadership stuff, but I spent most of Saturday fishing at the lake on the scout camp, and caught some. Fish were biting pretty good. It rained really good Saturday morning, and but later in the afternoon the sun came out, got really bright, got real warm in the sun, and the fish stopped biting. Went back in the evening after the sun went down with a couple of the other leaders to do some more fishing, and they just weren't. They were playing. They really weren't biting. I caught a couple of really small ones. Of course, it's catch and release, so it wasn't that big a deal. And then we had mass that evening, and Sunday we left, Sunday morning. And yesterday I lazed around the house watching NCIS with my wife on Netflix. So all in all, the last 5-6 days have been really, really good. I needed the time off, I needed the time with the family, and everything's kosher. So I got up this morning, finished packing my stuff, got it in the truck, and came over here and get everything in the big truck, get ready to go. I'm going over to Western Extrusions in Carrollton to pick up a load going to someplace in Indiana. I'm going to have to find it because neither GPS can find it, so I'll have to look at that later. It's a 1,000-mile trip up there, and I forgot to see how many miles it was for the deadhead, but it comes out to be about, I think it's 1,050 with the deadhead and everything, because I'm about 25 miles from Carrollton. And this place is supposed to be pretty strict about tarping. Hopefully it's not another place like out in Olney. But it's preloaded trailers. It's supposed to have plastic wrap already on them. All we have to do is secure a tarp. And they have a tarping machine. Hopefully this will work. We'll find out. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hey YouTube, how are you? It is, I don't know, let's see, 2 o'clock, and I'm in Carrollton, Texas. I've been here since about 11. I'm at Western Extrusions, another place like Olney. But this place is a bit different, and it's a bit better. It's a preloaded trailer. I got here and I had to drop mine, take all my stuff off that my trailer and put it on the back of my truck. All my boards, coil, friction mats, and all my tarps, and get them on the back of the truck on the catwalk, and then drive down to shipping, check in, and then they gave me my paperwork, told me where my trailer was, which was in the direction of where I dropped my trailer at, and I had to drive all the way across the yard to find it. I did find it, and got hooked up to it, and it was really, really tight. So got all my stuff off the deck, put the wood away, put the tarps I wasn't going to use away, and then slowly got out of that spot, moved to an area where I could I could work on it, get the straps on it. It's extruded aluminum in shapes. It's not bleachers this time. The stuff that this is going to be used in the construction of trailers. It's going to Bristol, Indiana. It took, once I got it all hooked up, got everything put away and moved, I'd already been here about an hour and a half. And I was not happy. Just because I only had like, I don't know, maybe 8 inches between my trailer and the other trailers on either side of me. I just couldn't maneuver. It was just too tough, and I had to get the stuff off the catwalk so I could hook the air lines and electric up for the trailer. So I got it backed up, moved to a spot where I could get the straps on, and got all them on. And ended up using 12 4-inch and 2 2-inch straps. This load is anything but even. It jumbles all over the place. It's higher on the front and in the back, and it's low in the front, and it kind of looks like a bunch of skyscrapers. But they got plastic on it already, so I put the straps over the plastic, got it all done. I was going to gut strap, but I don't have any extra straps, so I just made sure it's all real good and tight. And because I'm gonna be driving slow, I'm not really sure if it needed gut straps because the bundles themselves are really, really big. Then I pulled around to where the tarping area is. They have a building where they actually do all the loading and putting the plastic on, but they also have a crane inside that the drivers can use to put their tarps on. Definitely going to need it. I'm going to have to use both my lumber tarps because it's so high. I was thinking maybe I could use my steel tarps, but it's too high. I measured it. Right now there's a Melton in there, and he's just about done. He's ended up having to use 3 tarps, 2 lumbers and a steel, just because his lumber tarps aren't long enough. Mine are long enough, just my steel tarps aren't tall enough. Does that make any sense? So as soon as he's done, I'm going to back in there and put my tarps on, and then I'm going to head on. I'm going to be going through Little Rock. My original game plan had not been to take me through Little Rock, but my fleet manager sent me a message earlier asking me if I would be able to make Little Rock tonight before I shut down. Unless it takes me 6 hours to tarp, which it shouldn't, because I don't have to go through all the stuff I went through in Olney. I just got to get them on there, and that shouldn't be too hard. Then he wants me to pick up a student that's in Sherman, Texas, which is about 30 miles away, and bring her to Little Rock tonight. So I'm going to do that, which is good because that'll put me in Little Rock, and they can I can take the time while I'm on break to have them test my batteries and also work on this trailer. One of the entire mud flap assemblies on the front axle on the passenger side is missing. I mean, the whole assembly's gone, not just the mud flap, but everything is gone. It's not required for DOT, but it looks ugly, and I want it fixed, and hopefully they can fix it, because I don't want to be dragging this trailer all over the country with that on there like that, or without it on there, I should say, with it looking like that. So the rain has stopped for the moment. I did start having to secure in the rain. At 11 we have to tarp it, but everything's outside and it's been exposed to the rain. So if they mark me off when I get there and if it's wet, it's not my fault, because it was outside in the rain when I hooked up to it. So that's where we stand at the moment, and I will let you know how things go.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
Let's see what that is before I let you go.
Home messaging.
Oh, it's just them saying, you've been there more than 2 hours. Do we owe you detention? No. Because it was already a preloaded trailer, so it's all on me. I'm going to ask for it, though, since I've been waiting an hour to be able to talk. Chat with you later. Hey, YouTube. It is 4:30, and I'm finally leaving Western Extrusions. Man, what a mess. I ended up waiting like an hour and a half for that guy to finish. And then I was able to pull up and back in and use it. It was kind of cool. crane looking thing hanging from the ceiling. You brought it down as a single pole. You hooked up one edge, and picked it up, drug it over, and put it in, and tacked everything down, and did the next one, however many you needed. I used 2 lumber tarps. Not that I really could have used anything else. That took me about an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes. I've checked out. I'm sitting out here. I'm taking my DOT break. I got 7 minutes left. Fleet manager called me back, or texted me, and asked me to pick up a student in Sherman. She's at the Super 8. And take her to Little Rock and be there tonight. Not a problem. Since it's Little Rock, I'll drive till I run out of hours. It's a 6-hour drive from where I'm sitting, and I got 7.5 available after I finish my 30. I should make it. And then when I get there, we'll check in and see if they can test my batteries and see if they want to work on the trailer. I would like for them to work on the trailer. And then go to bed. Maybe score myself a hotel room instead of having to sleep in the truck. You never know. Be better than taking a shower in the employee lounge. Be taking a shower at the hotel. So that's where we stand. I guess we'll chat again. Good morning, YouTube. How are you? I think I started this video off with that. It's just after midnight. I'm here on the Maverick Yard in North Little Rock. Got here about 11:30. The drive up from Sherman after picking up that stranded driver was pretty good. Apparently she had an accident on Friday. Someone sideswiped her, another big truck, and she's been stuck up there since Friday. And she had gone to the hospital because she got some glass in her eye. And after the hospital released her on Saturday, Maverick wants her to go to the workers' comp people, which are here in North Little Rock. That's why I picked her up to bring her here. I got up here earlier. I guess it was got into North Little Rock about 11:15, but I stopped at the Pilot to buy fuel and DEF. And she got out of the truck at that time and walked over to the Galloway. They had a room waiting for her. As for me, I put fuel in the truck, came over here, checked in with maintenance, and they said they're going to try and get the truck worked on tonight. I don't think it should be that hard. I mean, they got 9 hours or so, and all they need to do is test the batteries and replace the bad ones, and put a mud flap on that trailer. I'm not real sure what the delay could be. They didn't look all that busy. Hey YouTube, sorry about the abrupt ending there. As I was saying, I don't see why they can't get it fixed in 8 or 9 hours. They didn't look all that busy. There was a couple trucks in there, and they had like 4 or 5 guys just standing around. I don't know. I'm currently at the Red Roof Inn. They didn't have any rooms at the Galloway, and the reason I ended it abruptly is the shuttle driver showed up to take me over here to the hotel. I think I like the Galloway better as far as atmosphere. This place is clean, but it does have a king-size bed, which is a nice bonus. I'll be able to spread out at least for a night. My plan is to take a quick shower and go to bed, and then get up around 7 and head over there. Try to get there by 8, which will be about an hour and a half before my ready time, and check and see what they've done. If they haven't even started on the truck, I'm just going to tell them forget it. I'll just idle the truck and take off. I have to leave here by 10 to be able to make my delivery on time. They only unload between 7 a.m. and noon, and if you get there after like 11:30, they won't even talk to you. From what I understand, it's what I've been told. And if I leave at 10, by 10 at least, then I should be able to get there on time. I got 725 miles to go, and I'll have to stop probably about a half hour, 45 minutes away, which is the nearest truck stop to to where this place is. At least that's what it looked like. I really haven't looked all that much. I was going to look tomorrow. But that's it. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m. I'm dead tired. I'm going to try and get 5 or 6 hours sleep. And, we'll just have to see how things go. So keep the shiny side up, 73s, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.